little, I'm a genius. Yes, I may not be little, but I'm a genius for sure, because on the Little Genius Championship, we believe that everyone is a genius in one way or another. You know, one of my favorite quotes by Albert Einstein says, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, you might miss out on all its exceptional abilities. That is so true. Omo Nikoro is my name, and I'm so glad you joined me today on the Little Genius Championship Word Activity Slide 7. Yes, 6 slides out of the way, and I trust that you have caught up with those 6 slides and learned all the great words that we have learned so far. Today, we delve right into some more, and I hope that you'd stay with me till the end. I trust that you would. Now let's get on to it. One of the most important things you want to take note of every single time you see a word activity slide is this line right here, which says this time that most of the words on this slide are incomplete, which means at least one word on this slide is complete. Now, as we move on, we'll find what word is complete. Could it be govern? To govern is an action word, which means to do. And an action word, a verb, is an action word. But this is not a verb. Remember that the clues you have been giving are your parts of speech. So this cannot be complete because to govern is a verb and this is a noun. That would leave us with the noun government. If you can find any other noun that begins like this, govern, something, something, that would be great. I'd love you to share those words, any word you find, any word other than these that you find, yes, with the same part of speech. I'd love you to share that with me because I want to see just how much of a genius you are. Great, let's move on. This next one is a noun and I trust that you have guessed correctly. It is handkerchief. Handkerchief. H-A-N-D K-E-R-C-H-I-E-F. I bet that you can spell chief. Handkerchief, that's it. This is a noun and it is helipad. So it is helipad. Helipad, all right? It's a noun, you add a D here and that is correct. The next one is a verb. If it were a noun, it would be hibernation. All right, hibernation. And then the stress would be here, hibernation. But no, it is a verb, which means to hibernate. Now, if you haven't seen any of these slides, like 1 to 6 slides, I'm wondering, have you been hibernating like under a rock? I guess not. Okay, I trust that you would go look up any of those slides after now, if you haven't seen any of those, right? Let's get right on. The next is a verb, and to complete this, we'd say hoard. Why are you hoarding information? Why are you hoarding the new words that you've learned? Share them with me. Make sentences with these new words. I want to see just how much of a genius you are so I can learn from you. Great. This is hoard. Add a D here and you'd be fine. This is a verb as well. It means to hoist. Like, I can try to hoist this board, but not now because I'm not done. Right? So I'm also learning how to make sentences with these words, which you should try your hands on as well. Yes, hoist. This is complete. Yes, we've got one complete word right here. Moving right on, we've got honeycomb. You know, when you spell comb, right, the B is silent. So it's spelled comb, but pronounced comb, to comb your hair. In Yoruba, they call that ofeto. Yes. So this is honeycomb, right? And this is an adjective. This is incorrect. This is incomplete, rather. So when you're looking out for the words that are complete here, this would not be part of it. This is an adjective and it is humane. Yes, humane. Yes, this is a verb. If it were a noun, it would be something like impression. But it's a verb, to impress. Impressing. Most verbs, you can add the ing to it at the end, right? It's a lot of verbs. Impressing, impress. So you think of it, how can I use this word in a sentence? Is it a verb? Is it a noun? This is a verb, so it is impress. Add an extra S here, and that's it. This is a noun. You've guessed? It is commonly mispronounced as ingredient, but it is actually ingredient. Ingredient. Add an ENT right here and you'd be fine. That's INGREDIENT. Great. Remember that on the Little Genius Championship, when you're asked to spell a word, you would be timed. So you want to gather your thoughts together and spew those letters out like the genius that you are. Moving on to the
It's a Little Genius Championship.
Moving on to the other half of the slide, this is inoculate. Inoculate, it's a verb, remember, inoculate. This, just add an E here and you'd be fine. This is an adjective. If it were a noun or a verb, we can leave it as interest, right? Interest. But it's an adjective which describes a noun. So let's say this movie is, you want to describe this movie as something of interest. You know, the movie is interesting. That's what you'd say, right? And it's an adjective. It is commonly mispronounced as interesting, but it's actually interesting, okay? This is a noun. Remember, I promised to tell you about stress as we progress with the slides. Probably when we get into category 2 of the words, but whilst we're on category 1, I want to ensure that you get your pronunciations and we stick to that. Write your spellings, yes, and we stick to that. Moving on to the 13th, it is kerosene. Kerosene. Add an N here, add an E, and you'd be fine. That's K-E-R-O-S-E-N-E. Kerosene. This is a noun as well, and it is khaki. Commonly mispronounced as khaki, like khaki no be leather, but it's actually khaki. Yeah? Yes. This is a verb, and it is lament. This is complete. You've got one more complete word right there. Did you see that before now? Great. Lament. It is complete just the way it is. This is a verb, and if you add a H right here, you'd be fine. Languish. To languish in poverty, to languish in pain. You get it? So when I try to make sentences with these words, it's so that you can get the meaning from the context. I will try not to bother you with the meanings of these words. I want you to just know how to spell them. And as we move on, if you try to make sentences with them, if you look up one meaning today, look up another meaning tomorrow, you know these words one after the other. I don't expect you to know all the meanings of the words today. One word a day is just fine, all right, as regards to learning the meanings. Moving on, language, yes, locket. Locket, it's a noun, and this is complete as well. Locket, it's like a pendant, yeah, locket, similar, yes, locket. This is an adjective, it is lucid. Lucid, this is complete as well. Yes, complete, another complete word. Lucid, that's just how it's spelled. This is a noun, and if you add an R right here, you'd be fine. Lumber, lumber, L-U-M-B-E-R, lumber. This is a noun as well. And you know, with this word, whilst growing up, I thought that if you have naira in millions, that you'd be a millionaire. And if you had dollars in millions, you'd probably be $1 million. I'm not sure. But as I grew up, I found out that coincidentally, it sounds like naira. But hey, this is an E right here. So that is millionaire. Millionaire, right? M-I-L-L. Take note of that. I-O-N-A-I-R-E. Millionaire. I like to see myself as a millionaire. I like to see you as a millionaire, because by the time you're done with all of these and you emerge the winner on the Little Genius Championship 2020, you may not get all those millions at once, but you'll certainly be closer to being a millionaire. I'll get on the next slide in a teeny weeny little bit, and I need you to stay right here with me. Pause, don't go anywhere, stay, I'll be back. Yes.
It is no news that the more deals you close, the better it is for your business. But how quickly do you close your deals? Give Ostra Quick Deal a call on 0809 861 2330 for a fast, reliable, affordable, and efficient delivery service. Number again is 0809 861 2330. Ostra Quick Deal, efficient delivery.
You're here, thank goodness. Oh, good riddance. Okay, so we're back on the LGC word activity slide 8, and that would have taken an eternity to finish, but I trust you can do that. Hold on, we're here. on the LGC word activity, so don't go too far with that. Let's get right onto it. So we've got slide 8 right here, and I'm so glad we have to do this again. Let's rush through it, shall we? I trust that you have gone through these words on the Little Genius Championship study manual, but if you haven't, because you don't have the manual, well, that's why you're here, so that you and I can get smarter. Let's get on with it. This word, can you complete this word? Are you sure about that? It's a noun. Yes, millipede, great. It is millipede. If you add a D here and an E, you'd be just fine. Millipede. M-I-L-L-I-P-E-D-E. Great. Moving on, this is a noun as well, and it is mirage. Mirage. All right, M-I-R-A-G-E. Just one E and you're good. This is a noun, and let me hear you pronounce it. Module. It is module. 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 Can I take it up a bit? Module. Did you get it? Yes, I trust you did. Module. Add an E right here and you're great. Of course, this is a silent E, and you know how the silent magic E's work, right? They're there, but they're just there quietly, like you're here right now, but I can hear you. It's there, but you can't say it. That's how it works. Great. And this is a noun as well. You guessed, mosquito. Yeah, right. Has he ever bitten you? Bad. Add a T here and an O and you'd be just fine. It's really lengthy for an insect that tiny, don't you think? But no, now it's not the time. M-O-S-Q-U-I-T. Oh, great. This is an adjective. And let's see. What other word can you complete? Get from this? The only word I can think of is necessary. Necessary. There. And E-C-E-S-S-A-R-Y. Necessary has one C. Great. And this is neither. So this is the first time we're coming across a conjunction on the Little Genius Championship word activity on slide 8. Great. It is a conjunction. It is neither. You can pronounce it as either, and that would be great as well. Yeah? It's called, it occurs in free variation. Did I get that right? I guess. Divorce, neither, neither. However you pronounce it is fine. Either way is fine. Either way is fine, right? N-E-I-T-H-E-R, neither. This is a noun, and it is nickel. Nickel. N-I-C-K-E-L. Nickel. Just one L and you'd be fine. So far, have you seen any word here that is complete? Remember, this is one of the most important things you want to look out for every time you see a word activity slide on the Little Genius Championship. This one says that most of the words here are incomplete, which means that at least one word is complete. Have you seen the word that is complete? Hold on, we'll get there. Just hold on right where you are. This is niece. Your sister's daughter is your niece. Your brother's daughter, your sibling's daughter is your niece. Your sibling's son would be your what? I want to see you type that out for me and drop it below. Yes, as a comment. Niece, N-I-E-C-E, is a noun. Moving on, this is a noun as well, and it is nimble. N-I-M-B-L-E. You are nimble-minded, my dear. You want to find out what that means? But if I say that you are nimble-minded, from that context, you can imagine and guess what nimble means, right? Yes, of course, you're a genius. Nimble, N-I-M-B-L-E, nimble. This is, I beg your pardon, nimble is an adjective. I'm sorry, nimble is an adjective. Yes, this is a noun, Nimble is an adjective, great. Someone who is nimble-minded, it describes your mind, correct. An adjective describes a noun. This is an adverb, and you have to add an S right here, and you'll be good to go. Perhaps, right? Add an S and you'd be good. Moving on to the...
It's a Little Genius Championship.
Moving on to the concluding part of this slide and today's lesson. This word is a verb and it is pronounced as peruse. There's a magic E there again. All right, there's another magic E right here. What's with the magic E's today? Are they on, is today word magic E day? This is a noun as well, it is pickle. Add an E right here and you're good to go. This is an adjective And it's one of the words we treated recently on Almost Word for the Day. You want to look up at OWFTD on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram to check out new words that you can learn, right? Yes, and pronounce better and, improve your communication skills no matter what age you are. Yes, that would be great. Placid, that is what this is. This is a noun and it is complete. Yes, you did not add anything here. It's a noun. Plight, P-L-I-G-H-T. The plight that you're in. What plight are you in? I hope you are not in any plight though. Okay, let's move on. This, you'd have to add that E as well. It's a verb and it means poise. This is complete. You've seen a prism before, I can bet. I'm sure. 99, 95, 90%. Oh, skip it. I bet you've seen a prism before. Moving on, this is a noun, right? If it were a verb, we just add an S right here and I'd be professing my love for you, to profess, right? But since it's a noun, we'd have to add this. Professor, professor, professor. P-R-O-F-E-S-S-O-R. I am not a professor yet. That's why when I'm done with all of these, I sit down to watch these videos and ask myself, what word could I have pronounced better? What word could I have spelled better? What part of speech did I miss? And that is what you should do even after you think that you are ready for the Little Genius Championship, because you just may be missing out on one tiny letter and that may be too expensive to miss. No, we can't miss letters, not right now. Alrighty, moving on. This is a noun and it is quilt. Quilt. This is a noun as well and it has a silent T here. This T is silent. When you pronounce this word, you say rapport. The rapport that I have with you is amazing. Even your parents wish they had that kind of rapport with me. I love you. Moving on, this, you add an S right here and we're good to go. This is recess. Recess. It has two S's, R-E-C-E-S-S. Remember all the words that we've used on the Little Genius Championship word activity and on all the slides so far are from the Little Genius Championship study manual. If you're registered on this competition already, I trust that you have this manual and you are studying it. If you don't have it, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Little Genius Championship on YouTube, or follow us on any of our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so you can be sure and you can see any of these slides when they pop up and then you can learn with us. All right, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your feedback. What word do you think? I've never heard this word. I'd never heard this word until I saw it here or heard you pronounce it. I'd like to hear your feedback. I'd like to hear your feedback on what word you think, she could have pronounced better. I'd like to hear your feedback on all of that. Be sure to drop your comments below right here. And I'll see you next time on the Little Genius Championship word activity. For now, I've got my windmill to tell you goodbye. And I'll see you soon. Ciao.
I'm little. I'm a genius. The champion in me is ginormous. I'm smart. Building confidence. One word at a time, that's intelligence.
I'm little, I'm a genius. The champion in me is ginormous. I'm smart, building. I'm a genius. The champion in me is ginormous. I'm smart, building confidence. One world.